Spring has sprung, and Australia's $3.5 billion a year wedding industry has frocked up to send another 114,000 brides down the aisle.
That's the shot. Swinger, whoa, spin it back, Johnny, grab a slinger.
Just had a vision, hang on. Quick guys, we haven't got time, let's get it rocking, come on.
Here we go, we ready? Nice and close there, John.
All right, yes, I like that. One more time.
Girls spend more than $33,000 on their wedding day in Melbourne and Sydney. If they're getting it under $30,000, doing a pretty good job.
Gotcha, thank you. All right, let's remove all the cars now, guys. I want to do a whole bridal party shot with everyone walking down.
More is more. People want beautiful, overflowing dresses and bigger and better than the last girl's wedding that you went to, and really extreme and beautiful.
Can I get a shot of the bride standing on that table? This is very Harper's Bazaar, chandelier, martini glass, the works.
It's going to be a bit Hollywood, a bit glamour, a bit red carpet.
Look away, darling. Don't look at me. That's it.
She's going to get her ideas from probably
Love
the Oscars, Grammys.
And when it all just becomes too much, brides can call on the wedding makers.
Would Persia be there?
Angela has to be Sydney's most glamorous wedding planner, and she can afford to be, with $500,000 weddings like this one, and she's only 24.
I'm just trying to get in contact with the groom right now, because if it's going to keep raining like this, he wants to move it to the hotel.
Paul has crossed over from being an events coordinator to running a small operation from home, where he saves brides from wedding day disasters. He does wedding day rescues. Meet Mr. Bridal, Glenn Finlay. He owns Australia's largest bridal expo company.
We're responsible for staging the biggest bridal exhibitions across the east coast of Australia. There are over $500,000 to stage each time.
With another season of matrimony revving up, the wedding makers know they'll be in for another round of all things bridal. And for Glenn, he hopes a rainy weekend won't dampen the enthusiasm of a few thousand brides-to-be.
Well, here we are in Sydney. The only thing, I've lost my voice, but that's part of it. The show must go on. We had the setup yesterday. All the exhibitors are here, they've set up ready to go. The Sydney people are basically gearing up for what will be the biggest show they've ever seen.
Brides pay $18 to meet the cream of Australia's 10,000 businesses competing for the wedding dollar. So if your business is brides, a booth at a wedding expo is an absolute I do. As marketing manager for Glenn's expos, Vanessa has helped hundreds of businesses sell their bridal wares. Now she's left the industry, she's a tell-all ex-expo expert.
They're coming to engage with bridal professionals and the retailers. They can ask all their questions, they can talk to venues, they can choose their flowers, they can choose their shoes, their cake, their hairstylist, their makeup artist, their teeth whitening, their butterflies that they'd like to release.
So by releasing them, we're helping add back to the butterfly population.
Maybe they want a theming, so on some particular chair covers at their show, or candelabras, or they want to look at a car, how they're going to get there. They've got to arrive in style, so how are they going to do that?
They're trying to sell them the cars, the rings, the venues, but no one's showing them how to keep the relationship together. I'm an orgasm coach.
We thought it would be good to do a bridal fair to pitch to Hens Nights. Madame Gypsy Lee here does palm readings and card readings. We also do burlesque, but Mum doesn't come along to the burlesque ones.
It's the glamour of a wedding. Girls have a dream on their wedding day and they want to fulfil it. And there's a high percentage of brides who come to 3 or 4 bridal exhibitions, bridal fair junkies. The fashion parades draw the girls. They go for an hour and they're 3 times a day. Australia really puts on the show, and the girls are given some of the best couture in the world for bridal, and it's such a reasonable cost considering what people pay for it overseas. There's bridal lingerie and there's bridesmaids and there's mother of the bride. It's very emotional. Even just watching girls' faces with their mums or their bridesmaids or their fiancés is very intense. They're looking at what they're going to wear. And they don't want to fade in amongst their bridesmaids.
Glenn has has confetti running through his veins, and although he only has 6 expos a year, he lives and breathes bridal all year round.
And page 3.
His next show in hometown Melbourne will be his 75th and his biggest yet. Or will it?
That type of chair cover there pretty much fits anything. So if you want, I can give you a sample of both to take and you can go and try it at your friend's house.
In outer suburban Melbourne, Mary Ann runs a chair cover business. She used to exhibit with Glenn, but now runs her own expos. At the moment, they're small fry, but she's planning a monster that is sure to rival Glenn's Bridal Spectacular.
Do you see where your spot is at Docklands?
Yeah, I've got all the details, thanks. I've got a good spot.
Her big expo is at Melbourne's prestigious Docklands, and she's already booked in around 180 exhibitors. But her mega Docklands Expo is on the same weekend as Glenn's.
You know, there could be an exhibition every month of the year in Melbourne and enough brides will go to it. People love going out and seeing things. They love going to a bridal expo.
There's going to be an expo showdown. Angela's family home in Sydney's North Shore is the Elite Events headquarters.
Thanks, Amy. Bye.
Angela runs the company along with her full-time employee, Virginia, her mother.
I know if Virginia's with the bride or at the ceremony and I'm at the reception, that I can then relax, because if something goes wrong, I know she'll make the decision that I would make. So we think very
much alike. Very much alike. And I think our standard is the same. We won't take anything that's second best, anywhere.
No problems.
Shane and Tracy are too busy to organise their own wedding, so Tracy's parents have got Angela to do the lot.
Angela comes with all these young, fresh ideas for the theming, absolutely everything. I mean, we didn't have to worry about anything. She actually had it all under control and she gave us fantastic ideas.
We didn't have to reinvent the wheel and look for names and contacts. She had them all on tap, basically.
Okay.
To deliver Sydney's most stylish weddings, Angela sets the bar pretty high, even for a low-budget wedding like this one.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
low
think that's
budget
really
compared to her others.
Appropriate.
We are spending a fair bit of money, probably close to about $100,000.
Most wedding planners charge their clients anywhere from 10 to 20% of the budget, and many, like Angela, keep their profit margins a closely guarded secret.
I work with a lot of high-end service providers and they know what I expect from them. I've marked you in blue, everywhere where there's blue, obviously you're quite a popular man that day. It's always great to have worked with the photographer a few times, because that way you then know his kind of style of working and he knows my style of working.
Great.
Is that what you would prefer?
Yes.
Have you got that must-have shots for outside? I've got your must-have shots here. There's quite a few.
I'll sort of run up beside them and get them coming in the driveway. Then I'll have another photographer up top here, possibly even up a ladder.
Yeah.
You get 3 cameras on it, it'd be great.
Now, the only other unknown, of course, is this little 3-year-old.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's...
Whether she comes to the park with us.
She's coming to the park, whether she hops in the bridal car, don't know.
She's a little bit of an actress, the little flower girl, so...
Well, yeah, she'll go well, or she'll either be fantastic, or she won't.
Yeah.
Fashion has always been an important part of my life. I certainly do take a lot of time to dress appropriately and speak appropriately. Hi Paris, it's Angela. You can't turn up to a meeting in thongs, it just wouldn't be right. I just thought I'd come in and talk to you about the concepts again.
Horses. Angela is what you would expect a wedding planner to look like and act like, so you immediately have that confidence in her. Just the way Angela dresses makes you have an immediate confidence in her sense of style. She is very, very comfortable with a wealthy, glamorous look. She's not aiming to achieve it, she's already got it. There's a big difference between trying to look rich and being rich. I hate to be a pain, but I think it needs more luster powder. Can we make it more lustry?
Yep. Good. Now, is anyone having a fake tan or? Probably. Probably, yeah. Yeah, and you're going to have a tan? Oh, good. Well, you'll all be brown. Very happy. Oh, excellent. No, they look lovely. Really, really nice. And the hems are all matching at the same length? Beautiful. Yeah. Good. Wonderful.
Paul is having his first meeting with Olivia, who has brought along her sacred wedding folder and her bridesmaid, Michelle.
12 months of just accumulating different ideas.
Olivia and her fiancé are paying for the wedding themselves and have been saving up for years. Now it's only 2 months away and she needs a wedding day rescue to help her stay on budget.
And how many people are you expecting about?
We've invited 330 and maximum that's held in the hall is 300. With this rescue thing, like,
Yes.
I feel like a bit of a failure. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've been working on this folder.
Look, it's so personal. It's not really a failure. All you're doing is basically passing the baton to the person who's going to be your second. I'd rather they think I'm annoying than you, right?
Most of the brides who come to Paul have most things organised, so a wedding day rescue can cost as little as $2,000.
I'm 110% sure. Which is what I said to my fiancé. I'm 110% sure about you.
About getting married to him?
Yeah.
So I'm second groom now. Fantastic.
Paul is going over to Olivia's to meet George, her fiancé.
Olivia and George are going to be spending $40,000 and $50,000. I'll safely be able to say that. Hello. How are you?
Olivia's father has passed away, so there is an extra burden on George to help raise the cash for the kind of wedding Olivia has always dreamed of.
This is a running schedule.
Right.
And what we do is it's basically a list of how the day's going to run from hair and makeup to the end of the reception. 3:30 is when the church officially starts.
The wedding's at 3:30. Good, it's good to know. I'll pencil that in my diary.
And then
Behave, George.
this is one day, George, that you're going to have to be on time.
Okay.
I hate to break it to you.
Fair enough.
Didn't she tell you that? She said she emailed you.
In Melbourne, Expo fever is in the air, but Marianne's venue isn't ready, so she's had to postpone her mega Docklands Expo for 4 weeks. But for Glenn, it's full steam ahead, and it's his 75th show. So he's pulled out all the stops and spent more money than ever before. With 200 exhibitors each spending between $1,500 and $7,000 for a stand, it's going to be huge.
Copy that, I'm on my way right now. I'll get there in about 2 seconds.
But by the morning of the grand opening, there's been a devastating mix-up.
Is that okay?
Yep, you can go.
Word has spread on the internet that it's Glenn's Expo that has been postponed, so brides are staying away by the thousands.
It usually takes about 15 minutes to get through our queue every morning on a Sunday morning, so by 15 minutes we've still got the queue outside, and that's how long it takes to get everyone into the building and pass registration. And they went through in a matter of minutes this morning. It's the worst it's ever been, it really is.
It's not only a disaster for Glenn, it's devastating for the exhibitors. For many, it's their one big splash in advertising for the whole year.
Everyone's here to make a living, and it's affected a lot of people. I think it's very sad.
This is crazy. This is not the norm. When you can see that the numbers are down by 60, 70% or more, there's no doubt it makes a great impact on your livelihood.
Each show costs, the same amount of money to put on. It's heartbreaking to see the crowd here at the moment. The people aren't here to see our clients, aren't here to see the exhibitors that are here who have come to show us the new releases and everything. And the on-flow from that over the next coming months, I don't even want to think about. Competition's competition, but yeah, this isn't right.
It's the morning after, and Glenn's exhibitors aren't happy.
There's about 40 calls I've had this morning. They basically want to go class action. One of the car companies, he's talking along the lines, he's done over, he's talking about $12,000 to do this show, put some of his cars off the road and his staff and everything else. He wants to know who's going to pay for that to begin with. That's just one alone. The list goes on. We've got limited time to do this. Really get onto the phones. I want every single client called. I want to know what they're feeling. I want to know what they think. I want their feedback. I want to know their loyalty. Yep. Because if we lose this show, the company will close.
Did she have the suspender on with it? Because that was $149 as well. Just watch that chair.
4 weeks after Glenn's Expo disaster, Marianne's Docklands Expo is coming together. Compared to Glenn's Expo, where a store can cost between $1,500 and $7,000, Marianne's Expo is cheap, at only $500 a stall. And it's only $12 to get in.
Doesn't even look flat though.
No.
We've sold just under 2,000 tickets, which is fantastic. So we're expecting anywhere in the vicinity of 5,000 people. We've got 180 exhibitors plus 50 cars, so it is going to be one of the biggest ones Melbourne's ever seen, and it's a whole new complex and exciting and it's different. Okay, we're opening. I'm scared about how many people are there. Oh my God. Yep, we're good. We're good to go.
Marianne's internet publicity has paid off and the brides are pouring in.
Our marketing is different, like our website is #1 in the world on Google for bridal expos. We basically put out a new product, we put it out smartly, we did really good marketing for it, and we captured a big part of the industry.
Someone make sure that
Tracy and Shane's wedding is 2 weeks away and everything is going according to Angela's plans.
no necklace, no bracelet. No.
No.
Okay.
Just the earrings.
Just the earrings.
Tiara.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Where's that? You've got
no, Tracy's got that. Well,
good. Yeah.
you have got that, haven't you, Tracy?
Yeah, I've got that, but not here.
Okay. Wonderful.
The flower girl is Tracy's goddaughter, and she's going to team in more with Tracy and her dress as opposed to the bridesmaids' dresses.
Do you want to stand over here?
Good girl.
She's 3, nearly 4, and 3 and nearly 4, it can be difficult to know exactly what they'll do on the day, but she'll either walk down the aisle by herself or, failing that, she won't walk down the aisle.
But already, the flower girl has decided to walk right out the door.
Samantha! We've got her! Where's Kerry?
She's here.
Apart from the little flower girls not going down the aisle, it should run like clockwork.
At the table mock-up, there's been a radical move on the traditional placemat. Angela wants to use a glass platter instead, which has upset the placement of the bread plate.
What is the idea? Is that just to protect the tablecloth?
No. It's just decoration.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
No?
I'm just trying to think of with the side plate at the top if somebody wants... But they're just really using it for their bread roll, aren't they?
Bread roll.
What if they got food and then they want to eat their bread roll? They're going to have to...
No, just
That's all right.
stretch it. You almost buddy the bread off.
I guess you just have to reach forward instead of reaching to
the
side.
I think it's fun.
I think it's fun.
At the church rehearsal, Angela is striving for ceremonial perfection until she strikes divine intervention.
So we'll shut these doors.
And we'll get you lined up out here.
That's exactly what we'll do. We'll get you lined up out here. And when the doors open, the organist will see the doors open and then she will then switch to whatever she's going to play for you to come in.
Tracy's chosen the bridal march, so I'll let you go once kind of you're halfway down, just to give you enough kind of spotlight and you enough spotlight.
I'm not used to having wedding planners telling me how to run my wedding, so let me just suggest what you should do. To be perfectly honest, girls, they're all waiting to look at the bride, so you don't need to get too anxious about what you do. If you just do it nicely, it'll be fine.
So far, Shane's groomsmen have managed to dodge the style police.
Now, it's fairly easy. All you have to do is do everything I tell you to do and you'll be okay. Not a problem.
Hi, George. Hi, Olivia.
With Olivia and George's wedding only a few days away, Paul wants to make sure there'll be no surprises at the reception centre.
So you don't have to worry about it?
Up till now, he thought his toughest task was to keep Olivia from going into meltdown.
I think they're ready for us.
But now he's come head-to-head with the manager. Meet Andy.
And the biggest priority of Paul's and mine is that you enjoy the day.
Exactly right.
And that you're not fussing and you're not stressed about things. It's a party, as per se. We're having a big party and we're just having the formalities that need to be done in the sense of requirements. We will stick to schedule. We will be there saying, Olivia, this is what's happening now.
Can I just interrupt for 1 sec? I know that's how you guys usually work, but for us on Sunday, can that be me?
That's right.
Can you guys make sure it's me and not Olivia?
I've had money flying out of my ass at the moment, so I got to make sure that's all there. Yeah, the rest is all good.
The last couple of days, it's coming together. I'm feeling confident that it's going to all come together in one piece, and I'm just going to leave it up to Paul.
Job well done. So you really don't need this then? Do you need it for the... Wait. Let's talk for a second. Let's talk for a second. Do you need it for the hair and makeup people or anything like that?
Let's get to this. I have to make some amendments.
Are you sure? Will you have them done by tomorrow?
Yeah, I won't need that from tomorrow.
Are you promised?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll give it back to me tomorrow and I'll take it away. I'll keep it. I'll bring it on the day of the wedding just in case.
Okay.
But you don't need it on Sunday. I don't want you to...
backpack to the wedding, didn't you know?
Do you want to laugh? Do you want to laugh? I know a bride who turned up to her wedding with a folder this thick, okay, in the limousine with her because she couldn't let go. She wasn't one of my clients, but I've seen it happen.
You know what?
That could be
We're
me.
No, it's not going to be you. You're giving me that tomorrow. There's your pen.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, no
Done deal.
Glenn's next expo is 3 months away, and he's made a promise to his Melbourne exhibitors that it won't be a repeat of the last expo disaster. He needs a much stronger presence on the internet if he's going to stay in business.
We've always relied on the last probably 17 years on general mainstream advertising, be radio, newspapers, television, brochures, that sort of thing. We need to strengthen our appearance on the web and to make sure that every other form of marketing and advertising that we do was going to be reinforced by the web. That links in with the new website. It's going to look amazing. It's going to look really, really, really good. This will go to print today, will it?
This is, upon your approval today, it's going straight to the printer and it should be ready by, I think, end of the week this week.
I'll know that it's our exhibition and no one else's. This next show has to be our most successful, and I think all our sites, and certainly from the staff's point of view, the last 6 months we've been focused very heavily on making sure we'll be staging our biggest and best show ever. Great. Thanks, Vicky. We appreciate it. Good work.
But some things just won't go away, like good old-fashioned competition. And after the success of her Docklands Expo, Marianne is even hungrier for the Expo dollar.
We are a serious competitor in the industry and we will rigorously market and continue to run our business to ensure that our business only remains viable for ourselves and for the hundreds of businesses that support me throughout the year and support my business through exhibiting with us.
Not so long ago, weddings were often small, romantic backyard affairs. Today's bride wants lavish, bold and over the top. Guests expect to be entertained and driven to new heights of matrimonial hysteria. It's the biggest party you will ever have, and a lot of dollars, if you want the wow factor.
The wow factor is something that really does take some time and commitment to achieve.
But some of the brides you've had have ideas, but
Yeah.
they've admitted themselves that there's no way they could interpret what they think they want into a reality.
I've seen, these little girls look at these brides and they've had this epiphany. And, it's kind of like you think like, zzz, it's been burnt in their brain. And then later on, when they're 25 or they're 28, it actually sort of materialises.
People want to go to restaurants, they want beautiful food, they want gourmet food, and they want gourmet wines, and they want it to be an experience for their guests.
It's a way to get celebrity status. This is the beginning. A lot of the big weddings in the States, we're now looking at $2 million, $3 million budgets, $4 million budgets. And here in Australia, good, decent, big wedding, you're looking at $300,000 budgets, but I'm now starting to see $1 million budgets.
There's a lot of pizzazz in a wedding, and some of it's a little bit tacky and gross, and some of it's just absolutely fantastic.
The theming of the wedding, it's going to be sort of Hollywood glam or princess for a day. You could sort of psychoanalyse it in our culture and say, well, they're the model for the day.
My mother thinks it's disgraceful. She thinks it's so excessive, it's revolting. I think it's absolutely fabulous because little cake makers like me get to fly. So does the chef and so does the florist, and with these big budgets we can really, really put on an amazing show.
If you can just pretend you're at the beach. Well, you are actually at the beach. But if you can just pretend you're at the beach and I'm not here. What about you both together and just sort of looking away over this way, sort of get your heads really nice and close?
Just a pre-wedding shoot. Sure. I'm assuming they'll be in the wedding photos with everything else. Not really sure.
Tracy, can you sit on his knee like you were doing at the start?
The decision was kind of made
That's lovely.
without us really even knowing about it.
Angela didn't tell me you two were models. This is good.
Sometimes it's just like maybe it would have been a little bit easier to just go and do things when you want to go and do them and not have to wait upon the planner.
Just definitely thought of a million things that we would never have thought of before planning
And
it
there was so much
ourselves.
that's gone into the wedding that I didn't even know went into a wedding.
And what about stopping you had a little kiss?
There's been a few things we could have probably done cheaper by ourselves, but
Yeah, that's it. That's good.
Sometimes we so grateful that we have it, and then there's other times that we just like, oh, maybe we could have done that part. Yeah.
Glasses and champagne in here.
Angela has called in the troops to help prepare for Tracy and Shane's wedding, which is now only 2 days away. And over at George's, things are hotting up. Tonight, according to Lebanese tradition, the bride and groom have separate parties. The groom's party must visit the bride's party, but leave before midnight. Paul's been invited as a guest, but still has a few loose ends to tie up.
And you got your speech done?
No.
That's tomorrow. That's your one piece of homework for tomorrow,
Hey,
George.
Hey, I need your help with that, actually.
Well, actually, we should talk, yeah?
Okay.
We'll have a chat tomorrow, or do you want
Maybe tomorrow. Right
Yeah?
now isn't a good time.
No.
Right
We'll
now
wait
it's party time.
We've left George's place and supposedly a few minutes ahead of the bus there. So what happens now is that George and the crew, his family, his close friends, get on that bus. They come all the way over to Croydon, to Olivia's place, and her party, as you can probably hear, is underway already. So we wait for the two parties to merge. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? You look wonderful. Are you fine? Have you had a few drinks? Yeah. So's your husband. They're coming soon. We just decided to come ahead of them by a few minutes. A few more minutes.
I think everything's on the groom.
I know. I better stop dancing with you before you get in trouble.
It's 11 o'clock and George is running out of time. And although it's not an official work night, duty calls.
Hi, Joanne. How are you? It's Paul. Excellent. You got a bit of a nervous bride, that's all. She's beginning to think her husband's going to leave her already, you know. I will. I'll reassure her uncle and her brother and everyone else too.
Kiss up, don't suck his face off.
Yeah,
Now listen. I've got my brother.
Listen, has got a double. Like you've never done before.
I come from the same Lebanese background as the bride and groom, so I'm culturally aware of a lot of the stuff and had personal experience with it, but my professional experience with Lebanese brides has been, let's say, minimal to none before Olivia. It's also brought a lot of personal satisfaction to the job because it's been so much around the culture that I grew up with. So it's very interesting for me bringing my business, which is very, I guess, city-focused, and bringing that back to the suburbs, and bringing that back to where I grew up and how I grew up.
It's Glenn's next big Melbourne Expo. If this one fails, he's yesterday's hero.
We have a full exhibition. We can't fit any more exhibitor stands in here if we tried. Now there's a bit more emphasis on just making sure we watch what any competitor does, but we've lifted the bar one more level. We've increased the quality of the show again. We've increased the standards, so any other competitors, I guess, will hopefully just lift in our wake. It looks good. It's a new look. It looks great.
It's the morning of Tracy and Shane's wedding in outer Sydney's quiet hamlet of Westleigh. Angela and Virginia have been on the job since 5 a.m.
Okay, wonderful.
Now it'll be non-stop action till the early hours of tomorrow morning.
Just doing a little touch up here on the wedding dress. It is quite nerve-wracking, even though they come already ironed and in perfect condition. They need to be just touched up. Or maybe the problem is we're just perfectionists and we like to think it's done. We'll swap you for your mother because I want you sort of the last one. Arlene, can I get you in here now, please? Arlene, are you far away? Because the makeup artist has got to leave. Okay, terrific. Thank you. Bye. 5 minutes away.
Okay, you got to show me how to walk down the
Okay. The flowers are held low. 1 together, 2 together. I think you will be holding Samantha's hand. Okay. Now,
What if she runs away?
if she runs away, you just keep going. Good morning, girls.
Good morning.
Let me look at the nails. Oh, yes, lovely. And the toes. They look lovely.
Okay, I'm not far away. All right, see you. Bye. You really have to work logistics with design, with presentation, with people skills, in order to be able to be a wedding planner, really.
Curzon Hall is one of Sydney's most prestigious venues and a magnet for weddings. Each one catered for and coordinated by an army of in-house staff. Angela normally has all day to set up, but here they've only given her a few hours. And as the first wedding planner to step foot in the place, she's trying not to step on the manager's toes.
3 or 4 with yours?
No, I've only got one of these, and then the rest is yours.
Yeah, how many of mine do you want?
So this is the red glass. We need the white wine glass, and then the water glass, and then the
champagne.
The champagne.
So that'll be 4 glasses.
Well, no, I only want it set with 3. Oh, you've got those. You don't have like dishes of butter.
No.
You usually put these on the butter plate, like 1 per butter plate.
We know we do a centre plate.
Okay, can you show me that row?
Yeah, this is the row, like that.
But do you put them on something?
On a bread plate.
Oh, you just put a bread plate.
That's right.
All right. Yep, let's do that then.
You got those? No, don't worry.
Okay. Thank you. 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Okay, I've changed my mind about the butter. Can we just put 1 on each butter plate?
Okay, and if they run out?
And if they run out, they'll ask one of the waiters.
Pleasant afternoon.
Yes, it's a gorgeous hot day, isn't it?
It sure is, even for Sydney, and the temperature's rising. The minister has seen hundreds of weddings, but none have come with a planner. Angela's finely focused floral vision is rapidly becoming a blur.
How wide do you need?
Well, the bridal party's a large bridal party, nothing.
Yeah, so they're going to have to go over to the wall. Yeah, over to the wall. So we're going to just have to block some of the street.
I think wedding planners need to know where to draw the line, and the line basically begins at the beginning of the church service. So when I have an undertaker, I don't expect the undertaker to tell me how to run the church service, so I don't expect a wedding planner to do so either, but all the other aspects of it's pretty swish, isn't it? Wow. After all, you've got to remember that the marriage is more important than the wedding day.
Olivia and George's wedding is a few hours away, and Paul is now on duty.
Have I got spinach in my teeth? Air kiss. Mwah.
How are you going?
You look beautiful. Seriously, and the flowers look hot too. Are you happy? Are you standing in front of the fan for the last 10 minutes?
So hot up.
Couldn't get much warmer, could it?
Perfect. Got the most updated guest list.
Beautiful, I'll keep that.
A handbag, yes, the candle.
Which candle? Okay. Try and give that to me, honey. And we'll hold on to that. So that's going to the church for the front, yeah? Good timing. Do you want me to run up and get the bags for the luggage? No worries. There you go. First page goes to the ceremony, second page reception.
Everyone was on time, everything's been running smoothly, so it's all good. Just need to make sure the groom's there before she gets there.
Hey Sam, how are you?
How are you, mate?
Mr. George.
G'day, Paulie.
Look at you, they look nice.
Oh, mate.
Very summery.
I tried, I did try.
Good weather for the look, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? You well?
Yes.
Very good. You ready for the walk around?
Yes, I am.
Have you seen it before?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
I'm looking after for it.
You're experienced now, huh?
Yeah.
You've done a few Lebanese weddings, you're okay?
Yeah.
So far, so good. Everything is on time and under control.
Almost 3:10.
Till now.
Geez, this wedding was supposed to be out of here ages ago. Oh, and it's a big one. Ceremony is supposed to start at 3:30. 20-minute window to get all of these people, the limo, the horse and carriage, out of here. Not great news at all. It's actually not funny. It's like complete bullshit.
Here, and then turn more side onto it. Yeah, to like this. Yeah, great. Just sort of push your chin forward. It's like a little turtle. Yeah, that's it. Trace, if you just come down. Do you want to say? That's good, yeah. Yep. Okay, here we go. Yep.
Look to the camera.
Sam, hand down. We'll take the light off, Sam. I'll take the light off you. Sam, you come down with me. Stand there, and you do something to make them laugh. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. And all this way, ladies, yeah.
Graham, we cool? Yep. Can we? Yep. I think it's time to roll as far as I'm concerned. Are we ready to be a bride? Mm-hmm. Good. Let's do it.
Don't cry.
We gotta go. Quick, run and see Tracy. Are you going to go in the car with the girls? Do you want to come in the car with me? Okay, let's go in the car with me then. Okay, let's go. You can go with Cecilia. Okay, in you go. Wonderful. We're running probably 5 minutes behind. Chasing around, getting people in cars is sometimes a little bit challenging. Samantha thought she liked the idea of going for a swim more than going to a wedding. So that didn't help. But she's in the car now, so we're good. We're fine. We're not doing too badly.
You've just left the house, okay. All right. How's the traffic? Are you running on time?
Okay, fellas, the first thing to check is you've got your flies up. Come on, everybody check just to make sure. Very embarrassing. Okay, now, best man. Rings.
I have two.
Well, that's a wedding planner for you. Take them out of there because they'll be impossible to get out on the occasion. Okay. Just keep your hand. So that's much simpler and easier. Okay. Don't tell a wedding planner. How are you?
Good.
Feeling relaxed, eh?
Oh, pretty relaxed. It's a bit warm though, that's the unfortunate thing. But she should be here within about 2 minutes, I'd say.
Good.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Do you want to come with me? Yes.
Oh, good girl. Hi.
You look beautiful.
Yeah.
With Virginia and Angela in command, Operation Wedding is proceeding with military precision, except for the chauffeur, who's gone beyond the call of duty.
I'll take over.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
My hair look okay?
At the front?
Okay, you stand here. Okay, off you go. Stay. You look good. Just smile, relax.
Yes. So hold your arm like that. So good. Oh no, wait, no, sorry. My mistake. That was my mistake.
Oh.
Oh, that's it.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Completely my mistake.
I'm scared. Are you sure? I'm confused now.
That's fine.
I go on that side of the church.
Yeah, but your father sits down on your right, on your left.
Step forward to the line. Just wait, pause there for a moment. Okay, off you go.
There's no turning back for George, and with the church just a short walk around the corner, he should be on time.
Cutting it bloody close, aren't they?
At last, the other Lebanese wedding is moving on. But the church has slipped in another booking.
They had a wedding just before us, they just walked out, and now there's a christening.
Do you want me to give you a hand? So what are you doing, 2 of each?
One of each.
One of each?
One of each colour.
Sorry? No, we're not.
We have the groom and the groomsman and his parents here, waiting at the back of the church. Christening's still happening, and I am madly trying to just help the florists get these flowers into the pews before it's too late. I'll get the rest before we go. Let's see, timing-wise, right on time, 3:30.
No christening happening, it's all okay?
Just go back. Good girl.
And just look at each other, that's the girl.
Ready to rock and roll?
Ready?
We've got Tracy down the aisle, and the ceremony will be finishing now, and they'll be out the front of the church having the photos taken. And then the bridal party and the parents are going for the location shoot 1. Then the guests will be making their way to Curzon Hall for the pre-drinks and canapes. I'm just heading back there now to make sure that the room's set up how it's supposed to be set up.
Normally that's done better than they can imagine that it will ever be done. Because a lot of people can't visualise, they can't design. Angela can visualise and design a room. She can walk into a room and say, yes, I can do this. And some people just do not have that ability to do that. She does, and that's part of why people have us, and also our attention to detail. Ah, here's the man with the thing. Are you done? I think we're done. Yes.
Proceedings are behind schedule, so Paul's under the pump to move things along.
I'm going to get the rest of the bridesmaids.
Just tell everyone.
Yeah, that needs to go. Okay. No dilly-dallying. They have to go. You guys have to go because you're running late.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going for a hug for everyone. Cut it down shorter.
Can I have a family photo? Because I haven't been in one.
Yeah.
With my mum and dad, eventually, sometime.
For sure you can. They need to be really back by about 6:20, 6:30 so they can redo their makeup and all that stuff and make sure they're ready to enter the hall by 7.
I'm trying to wrap them up because if they want to be there by 6, we have to leave right now.
Thanks.
Sorry to interrupt.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
look fantastic.
We're going to have to get going soon, otherwise you guys are going to be really late.
George, I wanted to meet you. I'm Angela. Lovely to meet you.
Sorry guys, we have to leave.
Yeah, no.
And boss, they just finished the church. They're off doing their photos. We had to cut the photos short because they're
running a bit late.
St. Charles was running late.
That it? We finished? That it? All the tables done? You sure? Okay.
Hey, how are you, Shady?
All right.
All on time?
Yeah.
Got done. Yes, that's the cake. Perfect. The flowers. All good. On schedule again. Love that.
Paul's back on schedule. And over at Curzon Hall, Angela is fine-tuning the decor as her guests begin to arrive.
Shit. Okay, those ones have gone out. Those ones have gone out. Perfect. Now I'm not going to put little things around there. Can we fill the champagne glasses more than that?
More than that?
Yeah, that's teeny tiny.
You want a lot more?
Yep. Thank you.
Very well organised, and look at the beautiful place that we're going to have a reception at. It's like it looks like a castle. All the people from interstate, they've put them up in the motel. They had a dinner with us last night, which was absolutely beautiful. We had champagne and glasses in our room when we got back to the room, and I've just never been to a wedding that was so dedicated to the guests who were coming to it. I think it's one of the best weddings I've ever seen, to tell you the truth. Apparently a lot of it is South African custom, what they've done. So I don't know much about South Africa, but they must have some good weddings over there, for sure.
Yep, okay. Okay, bye. Dion, we've got to get everyone in.
24 bridal party has arrived, and they'll be entering through the door here in just about a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hope there's no mistakes.
Steve and Gillian, where are they here tonight? You might just take a
Angela?
Yes?
Are the girls on the right-hand side of that bridal table?
No, Tracy's on this side. What, sorry? No, all the girls are on the left. You're on the left side of the bridal table. So as you walk up, you're on this end. You're on this end.
Stand behind your chairs, guys. Behind your chairs. Yeah, just to your brother. Cecilia, stand behind your chair. Don't sit down.
Don't sit down, okay?
coming through the door?
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Folks, we've got Cecilia Con, and indeed we've got Craig Corbin. Second wife, Craig Shelley Landry.
He must have had the wrong order. Why did he read the wrong name?
That's a very good question because I typed it out and sent it to him. I have no idea.
It was in the right order.
Yes, it was in exactly the right order.
Mr. and Mrs. Tracy and Shane Algie.
Went down a line, that's about all I could think. You know what they're like when they get nervous, sometimes they misread it. Anyway, that's good, all good.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Please be seated.
There you go. Don't forget to drink water.
As the grand entrance gets closer, Paul gets pushed further to the sidelines as Andy steps in to run the show.
Walk down the red carpet. You're going to be holding.
But without telling Paul or Olivia, he's organised the grandest of all entrances as a surprise. Just what Olivia didn't want.
Well, you'll start dancing straight away, all right? Steve, Charlie, get me that cake table off the dance floor, please. Get me the cake table off the dance floor.
Now they'll be competing for the limelight with a band of sword-wielding Arabian knights.
Antonios and Hind Abi Assaf.
had a couple of surprises, let's put it that way. One thing an event manager of any sort, not just the wedding planner, hates is a surprise. Just as the bride and groom were arriving, they told me there was 6 performers who would do a sword and drum show, and they wanted to have that integrated into the bride's entrance. That was a gift from a relative of the groom's. The second thing is the venue's idea, and that was a flambe cooking performance which somehow involves the groom. Yet to understand how or why, but we may perhaps find out very soon. So not happy, Jan. It's not the venue's wedding, it's the bride's. And as a representative of the bride, I probably should have been told. If not me, I should have told a member of the family that could have informed me. So basically, they've gone and done both these things as complete shocks to the system for the running order and for the bride and groom's wishes for tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a bit of firework here. So if anyone suffers from asthma, please leave the room. Thank you.
Fireworks is something that is so wonky, like stereotyped of the Lebanese bridal waltz at these weddings. And time and again, I know Olivia's rejected the idea.
Six months after his last expo disaster, it's make or break for Glenn. If it's a fizzer, he'll be doing the bridal waltz all the way to bankruptcy.
We'll go for an open. Here we go.
Glenn's revamped publicity has worked, with another 12,000 brides walking down the expo aisle. This expo has broken all records and put Glenn back in the spotlight.
We're going to be doing the Australian Bridal Service cake dive right here on centre stage. Somewhere in that tier is a $4,500 diamond engagement ring. The person who finds it keeps it. Go.
Glenn has clawed his way back through a bridal battlefield and come out the winner. He's won back his crown as King of Bridal. And as for Marianne...
Okay, any more cash sales if you want to come around the back?
She's still dreaming of the day she'll inherit the throne. But for now, it seems there's enough brides to go around for both of them.
I'm giving every single male official that can be spared immediately.
People are coming.
This season's brides are wed and on their way to lifelong matrimonial bliss. Well, the 50% that stay together. But for the wedding makers, there will always be brides who want that extra special wedding.
And probably a floor show, a Polynesian floor show.
If she says what she does. The male population don't like it, really.
Okay, please don't put that in.
Oh, don't put that bit in either.
Okay. I think...
Glenn, are you married? No, I'm not married. I've been here... thanks for that.
Everyone should have a choice. You should have, I believe we should legally have the choice to be married if you want to. But personally, I don't think I ever would.
David, you're getting cheeky with me, aren't you now?